In this video, I want to speak to you about 5 leadership teacher roles. Role number 1, teacher on special assignment. This would be a teacher that's selected by an agency, state, or district, and they're possibly assigned to task force or small committees to work on special projects or initiatives, also solve specific problems related to um, maybe a certain area of focus. They would also provide some policy implementation. They'd be involved in creating policy, and this could be at the state or district level, and also provide legislative testimony. Now, the commitment and compensation, little to no release time is required. Possible temporary full time teacher leadership position with the specific assignment, depending on what the need would be. If there's a large need, it is possible to create a leadership position. And there wouldn't be a change in title, compensation, or even license. However, if it was become a full-time teacher leadership position, obviously their duties would shift. Rule 2, a content expert. Now, a content expert is a teacher that has mastered the content of a specific discipline. They're a master of the instructional strategies, the assessments practices. They're up to date and they're current with what's best in the classroom. They have good classroom management and they're able to provide quality instruction, and there's data to support that. Often these content experts are determined by a state or district level. They possible assignments would be to provide guidance and input on related specifically to the content. They would demonstrate instructional approaches, project-based learning, and data-driven instruction. They would improve assessment practices related to their content. Commitment and compensation, they would require little to some release time. A title change and salary increase or stipend is expected, but it is possible without compensation. Role number 3, a professional development lead. A professional development lead would be selected by the state or district or even building level to lead and guide teachers in professional training to improve instructional practices, assessment practices, classroom management practices, or any specific need related to the group in which they are speaking to. A professional development lead may be an expert in that area and has a lot of experience in education to provide that up-to-date training to colleagues. Possible assignments would also include aligning pedagogy with current research-based best practices. So they might work at the building level to start aligning the building level's pedagogy with those practices. Commitment and compensation. Little to some release time is required to create that professional development. A title change in salary increase or stipend is expected, but it's also possible, again, to do it without compensation. Role 4, a lead or master teacher. Now, this would be a teacher that would be responsible for instructional planning and improvement to instruction, provide professional support to colleagues. Typically, they are selected by building administration or district administration and would report to those administrators. No to little release time is required. Title change and salary increase or stipend is expected. And the last role I want to speak to you about today is peer observer. Role 5, peer observer. Typically, this would be selected by a leadership team or building administration, and the possible assignments would be to provide feedback to teachers as a part of an evaluation or coaching cycle. They're there to provide specific feedback related to the teacher's prior knowledge. So maybe we have a teacher that is really good at classroom management, and the building administration has asked if they would observe a teacher struggling with classroom management, and then there could be some feedback of that peer observer that could provide some support to that teacher. This could also be instructional practices. Any focus possible is fine as far as what that observer would be selected to do. And the commitment compensation, little to no release time is required, but temporary full-time teacher leadership position is possible. Typically, there is a change in title with a salary increase or stipend to be expected. And those are the leadership roles that I want to speak to you about in this video. Thank you.